welcome to the Prophecy Hour. I'm your host, Avis Bird. Today, I will be interviewing Tiresias, the blind prophet of Thebes. Hello, Tiresias.
Greetings.
I'm happy to have you on the show today. I see you brought someone with you. Who is this young man?
He is my eyes and ears for the seeing world.
What is his name?
His name matters not. His only job is to serve to gods. When you give yourself to the gods, names are no longer important.
Then why do we know your name?
I am favored among the gods. I will be remembered for my service, the boy will not. He is not favored within the eyes of the gods.
Okay. Anyways, how does it feel to be right all the time?
The gods give the information. I am never right, the gods are.
You're so humble. Do you think this humbleness comes from living in seclusion?
I am neither humble nor all-knowing. I am but a vessel for the gods.
That's nice. I said earlier that you were always right, but often people don't believe you. How does it feel when people don't believe you?
I feel nothing but pity. The wrath of the gods is the worst thing one can behold.
Interesting. Speaking of pity, it's a pity that you're blind. How did you become blind? Were you born blind? Or did something happen to make you this way?
You could say I was born blind. I could see the sky and the trees as a child, but I could not see the will of the gods. When I was about 12, I was given the gift of blindness. My mother was upset about my gift and asked Athena to help me. Athena gave me a greater gift, one of augury. I was still blind, but now I could see. It is one of my best memories.
Fascinating. What an incredible story. What is your story, young man?
Well, I was born.
The boy has no story. He is nothing. All he does is serve the gods.
Ah, I see. Or rather, I don't see, because I'm not blind, correct?
You speak the truth.
I'm confused.
You've led a very long and interesting life. How old are you exactly?
Older than the olive tree and the themes, and older than the dirt beneath your feet. I am older than you shall ever know.
You always speak in riddles. Is this part of your gift that you received?
A gift or a curse? I know not. I speak in riddles to warn you of danger, but perhaps it is a curse for others. They are rarely intelligent enough to decipher my riddles.
You mentioned earlier that you have the gift of augury. What exactly is augury?
The birds, they dip and dance. They screech and scream. I know what they say. We speak the same language. We are the same species. They tell me of things to come, and I tell them to any who will listen.
That's not really exact, but I think I get what you're saying. You can tell the future from the behavior of the birds?
That's exactly what I said before.
Uh-huh. Anywho, your job must be very stressful. What do you do to relax?
I like to knit.
Knit?
Yes, I knit many things. Sweaters, blankets, scarves. I even knit tiny socks for my birds.
How fun! You were saying earlier how you are incredibly old. You've spent most of your life in Thebes being the prophet of the city. You've prophesied the downfall of many of the members of the line of Oedipus. How does that make you feel?
Most of my time with the ancestors and the descendants of Oedipus have been filled with tragedy. All of them possess the qualities of stubbornness.
Your most recent prophecy involved Creon, the king of Thebes, and his niece Antigone. The word of this tragedy has been spreading through Greece like wildfire. How did it feel to experience this firsthand?
When you get to be my age, stupidity does not shock you anymore. However, in this situation, I was amazed at how idiotic Creon was being. Giving one brother a hero's burial and the other an unmarked grave. He had to know that the gods would not be happy. Yet when I warned him of what was to come, he argued with me. Me, the prophet of the city, who had predicted the downfall of the countless others with stunning clarity. Then he declared that I must have been bribed. The gods gave me patience, but not enough to deal with that fool. He deserves what he got.
Don't you think that's a little harsh?
Anyone who receives the god's wrath deserves it.
Even Antigone? She was punished just as much as her uncle. Did she deserve what she got?
The loss of her life was a gain for the gods. Sometimes the most important lessons require the most important of sacrifices. It's a pity that she had to die, but it was the will of the gods. There was nothing I could do.
Even with all the power the gods gave you, you couldn't do anything to help her?
The thing with the gods is, what they give can be taken away just as quickly as it was given. I could not risk my power for Antigone. I helped too many other people. If I gave up my power to help one would not listen, I would miss out on the chance to help one who would.
Well, we're almost out of time. Do you have anything to say to the viewers before we sign off?
The scent to hate is the same for every place.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank Tiresias and his boy once again for stopping by. Join us next week when we have Cassandra Troy on the show. Thank you and good night.